Hello, human family. How are you? You guys, today I want to share with you a conversation that I had with a friend of mine, and he posed a very poignant question to me. He asked, is it possible for his girlfriend, who he believes is a narcissist, for her to have a good side and a bad side? He said, Darin, all of us have good and bad within us. And when she's exhibiting these neurotic, bad behaviors, isn't that just one side of her? He was adamant that there's a side of her that is lovely, that is very nice, that is very nurturing, and a side to her that he was very enamored by. And I told him this, and I think this is good for all of us to hear. Yes, we all do have a bad and good side within us. This is part of human nature. I'm not going to sit on a soapbox and tell you that I don't have bad things within me, that I haven't done bad things in my life. We all do discolorful things at times. And yes, each and every single human being that is a normal functioning human being and doesn't fall in the cluster B category, we all have good and bad tendencies within us. But a narcissist is quite different. And it is imperative that we differentiate bad from evil. You see, a narcissist is void of good. Now, this doesn't exempt them from having the ability to do good things, to do kind things, to say kind things. They can mimic and parrot goodness. They can give you wonderful gifts. They can say wonderful things. They can be extremely funny, extremely personable. They can be the type of person that you have a good time with. They are very good at being good. But this is not what they are. You see, evil is evil. It doesn't shut on or off like a faucet. It is what it is. You can be a good person and do bad things. You can be an evil person and mimic and do good things, but you are not good. Underneath your acts of kindness, underneath your elaborate gifts and your funny statements and your laughter and humor, is a very evil entity, is an extremely evil person. Make no mistake about it. There is no goodness there. I really mean this. And that's why I say there are two types of human beings walking among us. Make no mistake about it. Evil is evil and good is good. It's like the old saying, you can put lipstick on a pig, but it's still a pig. I have had amazing, wonderful time with narcissists. But underneath that good time that we were having, they were looking for an optimal time to hurt me or to hurt other people. Or while they were having that good time with me, they were destroying another human being in their life. We just weren't privy to that information. These people have extreme dark energy running within them. No, they cannot be good. The kindness, the warmth, the gifts that they're giving you, they are parroting that. They are mimicking that. They are acting out that. It's like they were given a script that said, Be the wonderful girlfriend. Be the wonderful wife. This is what type of person you are playing. She does A, B, C, D. Or this is the type of role that you're playing has the male narcissist. You're playing the good guy, the hero, the swell guy. This is what a swell guy does. This is what a swell guy says. This is what a swell guy looks like and walks like and talks like. I know this seems completely unimaginable. It seems so out there, so impossible that these type of people exist. But believe me, as sure as I'm here speaking to you, these people are among us. And they are amazing actors, as I always say. So whenever you hear someone say that there's good and bad in all of us, they are correct. There is good and bad in all of us. But there is not good and evil in all of us. And that's what separates us from narcissistic people. They are void of good. That doesn't mean that they can't do good things. They can't portray themselves as good. They are masters at making you feel like they are a good person. And you can be utterly confused by that and think that inside them somewhere there is a good person. That's where you fail. That's where you slip into the sunken place and set yourself up to be abused. There is no goodness in these people. I'm sorry to say that, because I know how wrapped up we get into them, and I know what, and they call it love bombing, and I know what love bombing feels like, and you feel so good about yourself, and you're like, wow, this is a really good friend, or this is a really good boyfriend or girlfriend or husband or wife, etc. No. When someone intentionally tries to harm you, and you know that as sure as you're sitting there, that is an evil person. There is no goodness there. Now, if someone does something that hurts you, and their intention was not to hurt you, they just did something bad, they made a mistake, that is a normal human being. And it's very difficult to tell the difference between the two. Because someone cheats, does that make them a narcissist? Absolutely not. Because someone cheats on a test or lies about their taxes or tells a lie, does that make them a narcissist? Absolutely not. It's insidious. It's when a person is deliberately strategizing ways to hurt you. This is the only way a narcissist can breathe, is by manipulating, by deceiving, by causing harm, by disrupting things. They are like a fish out of water flopping around on the ground seeking oxygen. Their oxygen is to deceive, to hurt, to destroy. Make no ifs, ands, and buts about it. So the takeaway here today is absolutely not. A narcissist can never be a good person. They don't have a good side. They just have good skills at making people think that they are kind and that their gestures and their gifts are coming from sincerity. They are not. They are doing these things to keep you on the leash so they can harm you and slowly feed on you, watching you lose your mind or watching you lose your self-confidence, watching you lose your self-concept even, and watching you become uncomfortable in the fluidity of living. They cannot be happy. So the last thing on earth they want you to be is happy. And they need what is called narcissistic supply. And that is letting people, or rather harming people, being acknowledged by people, doing something to get attention, whether it's good or bad. But even when that attention comes from a good gesture, a good act of kindness, underneath that is an evil person that is fishing for the kill of happiness, the kill of joy, the kill of focus. Does that make sense? So the takeaway is, again, no narcissist, evil person has a good side to them. They just have the ability to do good things. And they are masters at self-agency, meaning that they can control and shed it on and off to a certain degree. But it gets harder and harder. And depending on their circumstances and the people in their life, they may be like that fish flopping on the ground and just need to do something to harm someone. That's what makes them dangerous and not worth having in your life. Because eventually, that scorpion is going to sting you. This is the reality of life. You don't pet a scorpion. It is a scorpion. A narcissist can be kind and can be funny and can make you feel good, but that is all an illusion. So take good care of yourself, protect yourself at all times, because this world is upside down and it is a mess out there. And in all of that, the world is still a beautiful place with narcissists in it, with all of the ugliness in it, with all of the difficulty. The world is in a mess, and it always will be. Your job is not to be in a mess and enjoy the beauty of this thing called life. And the good news is you are capable of doing that as a normal human being. As I always say, it's better to be tricked by a narcissist, to be fooled by a narcissist, and even to be abused by a narcissist than to be a narcissist. Just thank your lucky stars that you're not one of these people. And until next time, this is Green's Candor, and I'm out.